Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go here in Baltimore. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception you'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
It's a gain of 7.
From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 3. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. This one not quite on target. Too much, and that one falls incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll manage only a couple. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 32-yard line.
And it's caught out wide on the RPO. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have the Ravens 1st down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches. Now Jackson. He'll take off again. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and you can't do it a lot better than that.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. 25. The drive will begin there. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the lefty, 5'11" out of Oregon, Dillon Gabriel.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And he gets back to Hardman. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Shotgun snap to Gabriel. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. He's got his hand, the tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Browns, 1st down.
Here's Judkins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good, and the Browns come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Tylan Wallace now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Browns offense ready for their 2nd possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Throwing on 3rd down, Gabriel. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Browns will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This returnable for Wallace. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
at their own
The Ravens
27-yard
offense
line.
getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week one at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
On the ground, here's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10.
These 3rd down
at the
conversions
43-yard
are just
line.
so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Browns with the advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. 2nd down and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. To the air one more time with Jackson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw, Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
Jackson, he'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
He was covered by
Tyler Loop
Tyson
now to
Campbell.
try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens will level the score at 10 apiece.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Browns offense ready to take over once more. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
Yeah, and you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Trenton Simpson. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive. Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Going to go right back to Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Jackson now. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So now then, first and goal from the 1. Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Browns 10.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Jeanty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, and this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
Dylan Gabriel sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
Here's Gabriel. Headed left, buying time.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Jackson up top again. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Off the bootleg, it's Gabriel. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
From the gun, here's Gabriel. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Gabriel. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's second down. In motion comes Andrews. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third
and short. Jackson. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues. He'll look underneath for Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson now on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Grant Delpit on the cover.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Hopkins sent in motion. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
From the 25, here's second and 7. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man is beaten. He's got him. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. On fourth down, out is the rookie Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. That one is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. To throw is Gabriel. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Browns.
Off play action now. It's Gabriel. Throw across his body is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's another Browns first down.
He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Browns first down. A gain of 13 yards.
On the give, it's Judkins. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The PAT up and good. And the Browns are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21. At that
2nd down, Jackson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Gabriel. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a loss of
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. We've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Now he's loose again. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Gain on the play of 58 yards. That's good for a Baltimore.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Carson Swetzinger.
Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Browns' 11-yard line.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Tyler Loop on
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one's right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. On 1st down, Gabriel. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 20. And the Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle goes Judkins here, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
To the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Gabriel. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down. step up and run this.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Well, it's another catch for his favorite target. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
A 50-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of legs. And it is. Oh, it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory